Before we do an update on the river, just a quick update on the house situation. Some of you might have seen we had some troubles with the house. We managed to find the cause of the problem. It was a stormwater canal higher up that was overgrown with weeds, sand washed into it. It started, the 120 millimeters plus of rain that fell started overwhelming it, and it ran around through some properties, that canal down to mine. We managed to fix it so it doesn't happen again, and I have to say a big thanks to my neighbors who helped me, get the water out. We had to knock some holes in walls, route the water through areas that wouldn't cause other damage. Then in the house itself, once I started clearing out, once I got the water level dropped, my wife started cleaning, and that's a huge job. That's a 16 to 18 hour job. Moving furniture, washing everything, drying everything. There's a lot of work still to be done, but the house is okay now. It's clean, it's livable. We'll probably see damage to woodwork later on, but that's life. You need to get on with it. The question I got the most was, don't I live on the farm anymore? Yes, I do live on the farm. When you live out here, kids going to school is a big problem. It's more than 2-hour drive just to get them to school, and 2 hours back. So they go to boarding school, but then with Alta, with the tumors she had, we had to make some changes, and then with COVID. But luckily a couple of years ago I decided to build a small house in town in Kakamas, so we used that during the week, and that's where we had the problems. So nothing has changed. I still live on the farm. So now about the river. If we look at the video that I made about the flood control capabilities of the dams, I made some assumptions and some forecasts based on the weather forecast for that time, and I want to look at that numbers now, because some of the rains that was in that those forecasts actually fell, some of them didn't. The flow rates have changed, and there is still some more rain forecast for the next couple of days. So I want to look at the Vaal Dam. Now I said that they were bringing the dam levels down, and they did. They didn't manage to get them down to 100%, but they managed to get close with most of the dams. Now looking at the Vaal Dam, on the Vaal Dam they managed to get it down to 102%, and it started rising again to 106% as the rainfall forecast suggested it would. Now if you look at the prediction, I don't think they're updating the prediction over the weekend, because they're predicting 280 cubic inflow, but they're already at 700 cubic. And if you go into the catchment area, you look at the Vulgar rivier is currently at 530 cubic. The Mule rivier is at just under 400 cubic. The Elands rivier is at 460 cubic. So that gives you just under 1,500 cubic that's about to flow into the Vaal Dam. And then if you look in that same catchment area at rain forecasts, Harrismith 10 to 15 millimeters, Bethlehem 10 to 15, Ermelo another 30 millimeters forecast. So I think we can expect a bit more water into the Vaal Dam. Then if you move down to Bloemhof, they managed to bring it down. It started going up again. The water come mainly from the Vaal, but the Vereniging area also contributes there. So we're looking at about, from the Vet River, 330 cubic, augmenting the 720 cubic flow from the Vaal side. So about 1,000 to 1,100 cubic flowing into Bloemhof. But then if you look in that catchment area at Vereniging, there's another 30 millimeters forecast. Kroonstad has another 30 millimeters forecast. Winburg 20. So we can certainly expect Bloemhof Dam to also increase. Bloemfontein has 30 millimeters forecast. Kimberley has 15 millimeters forecast. So the Vaal River is certainly going to rise. I think it's going to go up. I'm sure they'll flatten out the peak again, but I think it's going to go up to about 1,400 cubic again. Then we need to look at the Orange River, the Gariep Dam. You can see they brought it down to about 104%, but it's gone up to 108% already. The flow from Vaal Noord is at 1,500 cubics, and then the Vaal Dam is letting out 530 cubic. So there you're looking at more than 2,000 cubic. So if you look at Gariep Dam forecast, so if you're looking at the predicted inflow, the light blue line again, they are up to date with their predicted inflow, it seems, 2,100 cubic about. And then if you look at the catchment area again, and you look at Vaal Noord's got another 25mm forecast, Multinode 15, Maseru has another 25mm forecast. So again, from the Gariep side, from the Orange River side, we can also expect inflow 2,000, they'll flatten it out, probably 2,200 cubic, 1,300. Van der Kloof, same thing, but Van der Kloof is more predictable. If you look at the graphs in Van der Kloof, there's less side stream, so they can take the outflow from Gariep Dam to forecast the Van der Kloof Dam. So in summary, this is 2,000 cubic. I think there's another 2,600, 2,800 cubics on its way at least with the current flows. More rains will mean more water coming down. So it's possible that we will see 3,000 cubic, slightly higher than the first peak that we had. So the water levels are certainly going to rise again. The water level here at Kleinpella now is about a meter lower than it was previously. You can see the line in the trees there, the reeds sitting in the trees. I think we're at 2,000 cubic, just below it maybe. But I certainly think we're going to go up by another meter again. We'll have to see. It depends on the rains. It's going to go up for sure. How much it's going to go up is going to depend on the rains. Milo is always up for a swim. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.